Hey YouTube, it's Alexi Giovani here and welcome to the stream. Excuse me, sorry, it's a little early in the morning, so trying to get myself ready for what should be a very fun and very random stream. So hello to Mint, welcome to the stream. So you got in early, so thanks for sticking around. We've got Sable Abel, who's one of the mods. We've also got Teet as another mod. Welcome channel members, so Jan, Morgana, Stacy. Who else have we got? Have I got everyone there? So I think that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is make an absolute fool of myself and try something different, in the sense that I was inspired through one of the YouTubers, so one of the other creators that competed in the Design Wars challenge, which was April Honey, and I watched one of her videos which did a overlay of her island and made it pretty using this app called Procreate. So I've never used Procreate personally myself. So what's interesting is that we've got an iPad ready to go. So we're going to have a look at this and see if we can make this pretty. She made it look easy. I'm sure it's not going to be easy. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And if it all goes pear-shaped, we can have you guys over or do something else. So hence the title of being a random stream. So let me know if the audio is coming through okay, because I think I was a bit loud last time. An elbow cough. Welcome. We've got Hollow Horizons. Welcome, another mod. Thank you for coming in. Last minute notice to get you in on the stream. So let's have a look at how this might look. So hopefully you can see my island on screen, and with any luck the audio is still coming through. So I've just set this one up, so do let me know. I'm going to put my headphones on just to double check you can hear the very appropriate Joker or silly music as I try to figure this one out. So what we're meant to do is, and again my pencil might not even have enough charge, so I've got the Apple Pencil, and this is my island. You can see the island. So I'm going to do a quick test run just to see, because apologies, I've never used this app before. So I'm learning on the fly. You guys are going to learn along with me if you've never used it or used it. And if you have used it, let me know if I'm doing something wrong. So based on some editing stuff that I imagine would work, is that in theory, I should be able to draw something on this layer. Now let's try and figure it out on the fly. I've got my layer. Let's see if I can select my layer. So you can see the island, just double checking. Are the emotes for the Rose members? Yes, they are. So all of the emotes are available to channel members. So actually, give it a shot. I'm going to have a look at the... Now that you mention it, before I'm going to take a sidestep, we've got the new emotes there that's been done by Morgana. So we're going to try those out and see how they fare. So let me know, give us some feedback. Do you like them? Are they big enough? All that sort of stuff. And I'll just double check that I've got everyone in terms of hellos. I've said hello to Mint, Stacy, Teet, Sable Abel. I think I've got everyone. All right. So let's go back to this, see if we can try this out. So apparently, let's see if we can choose a color of sorts. We've got an old brush. We've got all these different styles. Let's figure out how to set the color. So this in theory is setting the color. So I would imagine that as I draw, is this even... Oh no, there we go. So the pencil itself is not charged yet. So let me see if I can get this. Oh, that's horrible. Let's undo that. Undo. All right. Let's change the drawing mechanism. So let's change it to a round brush, and we'll set, I think the size is over here. All right, so another quick test run. I'm going to use my finger, just using my finger to see that that works. Now, unfortunately, let's see if I can get my pencil to connect. Oh, I did say hi to Stacy as well. Sorry, the second time around I didn't say to Bertree. So, hey Stacy, sorry about that. Now, let's have a look. Is the lurk text too small? It might be, yes. I think we might need to revisit some of those. Now, Do let me know. Say hello or say, yes, I've used this app before if you've already have in the stream. So let me know in the chat whether you've used it, because I'm happily going to take some help. So I think we've got it down pat. I think it's just a question of the Apple Pencil being out of charge. So what we tend to do is, and I'll take this one out. If I go to the layers, I'll disable that layer. I'll go a new layer. And in theory, what we tend to do, and if I had the actual pencil, let me just try this out, because I think in theory I should be able to now. Where's my pointer gone? Oh no, I'm erasing. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to give it a quick trace. That's obviously too fat of a pencil to be able to stroke. What I'm going to do is the whole island. So I just wanted to do a quick test run of that. So we want a really, really small. What does this do? This changes the opacity. Okay, so cool. All right, here we go. So we've got a really fine line now. All right, we've got a fine line. We're winning. We're getting there. So I'm going to do a quick. I'm just using my finger at the moment just to give this a bit of a test. So, all right, that works. All right, good. So what we'll do is we can do the outline of the whole island. I think this is based on what April was explaining. And we can create different layers. So what I'll do is I'll do another layer. And this will, I think we can rename this. Let's rename this to be island. I will say sand. So what we'll do is we'll layer the sand and we'll outline the sand with a color. And I think we can use a picker, but let's go with an inspired sandy color. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this through ever so. It doesn't even have to be perfect, really, to be honest. I think we're just really just tracing that through. So I'm going to set that up. And unfortunately, like I said, I don't have my pencil charged at the moment. It was a last minute decision to do this. And Morgana, if you've got some details of how to do this, let me know. Hey, what's happened to my pencil? I just lost it. Oh, there it goes. Back, back, back. Oh, hang on a second. I think I've managed to pick the wrong color. Somehow it picked the wrong color. It actually picked the exact same color as what I had before. So it did a spot check. So only City Core, I'm just reading back on the messages here. I'm concentrating really hard on this, as you can see. Only City Core, some mediocre farm islands. Okay, here we go. Now, what I might do is see if we can go with some classic colors. No, harmony. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of different palettes. So I'm just trying to pick the right yellow just to get that back. Somehow I stuffed it up. So this will be a test run, to be honest. I think we're just going to see how this might work. I'm going to outline all of this, and with any luck, my pencil will be charged soon enough. And April, if you are watching, I'm going to happily take some tips if you are online. Have you guys done this before? Have you ever seen this weirdness? All right, so let's change that to a different brush. We're going to go with a acrylic brush, and it's already preset. Oh, dang, that's too big. Too big. This adjusts the size. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. We're going to create the sand. The sand is looking like this. Look at that. It's all very artistic, as you can see. So in theory, I'll just quickly test this out. I'll do a rough sand. All right, and we've got Red's Beach at the back there. So what we can do is then switch off these layers. So in theory, once I take off the actual guide of what I'm trying to trace over, I guess, from the actual island itself, you'll get a listing of all these islands or components. So I'll go back to that for a second. Now I'm going to roughly put out the different layers of, so I'm going to rename this to be level 1, which is the ground floor. And then we've got the level 1 now, we're going to change to a different color, so let's go with this. And again, apologies that this is slow, I'm learning on the fly. So we'll go with a deeper color, just like it is, but we'll give it a deeper green. And so let's see if we can just roughly color this all out. It's almost like, I feel like I'm back at primary school or elementary school, I think as it's known overseas. So this is all level 1 from memory, so I'm going to do all this here. And that's another level 0. And this is level 0. Kind of like this. It doesn't have to be too perfect, because let's give it a quick look at taking off that color. So look at that. Art. It doesn't look like much, but I'm not an artist, so you can only get better than this. Stay in the lines. I'm always going outside of the lines. So just catching up on there, I was concentrating so much there. I'm going to have a look back at the comments. So what have we missed out? What are we doing, Alexi? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing it on the fly. So here we go. So yes, please do like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. So let's get back into that. So I think we're going to try and stay in the line. So let's have a look at the next level. So that's level 1, and I'll just see if we've got everything from a level 1 point of view. So I'm going to quickly, hopefully not going to trigger anyone's flashing. So we're just going to, all right, so next thing we'll do is we'll do a level, we'll rename this. Look at me, I'm getting faster. We'll call this level 2. All right, so we're working on level 2 now. We'll change this to a lighter green. And so level 2 is all this area here. So it's all up here. This is all level 2 from memory. Very rough looking. Level 2's up here, all the way over there. And this all here is level 2. So Teat, I'm doing a horrible job trying to keep inside the lines. Let's do a quick test. Oops. So that's level 2. Cool. Let's go level, oops, I was about to type on the keyboard, that wasn't going to work. Level 3. Alright, so this one will be an even brighter green, just from inspiration. And so level 3 are, I think from memory, all this is level 3. Oops, oops. No, back. I made a mistake. All this is level 3. And then level 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is all level 3. Alright. Yes, so April did show how to do this, and I'm completely bollocksing it up, and this is what was inspired from April's, I guess, tutorial. So this is where we're at. Alright, here we go. So I'm just catching up on the comments there. So we got yes, doing a map. Yeah, so we're just doing a little bit different today, so feel free to do this along. It's really just, if you've got an iPad or some sort of tablet device, you can download an app called Procreate, which is not sponsored. It's an app that's been made by some Australians, actually. And it's said to be very, very accessible and easy to use, and I'm hopefully showing that it is relatively easy to use once you get used to the bits and pieces. So what I'm hoping to do is actually get this connected properly so that the pencil will work. But what I want to do actually is see if we can change the settings and see if we can use the pencil. So I'm not sure why the pencil... Oh, there we go. The pencil's... I've got something going on the pencil. It's doing something on screen. She does indeed make it look very, very easy. So let's see if we can figure out how to use... Oh, that's not what we want. Settings, magic. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to get this pencil. Gesture controls. Why is my pencil not working? What does that do? Brush library. Alright, what I might do is continue with what I'm winning on. So we've got, unfortunately it's very manual. So let's call this one, let's go with rivers. And so we'll do the rivers here. Let's go with a color of just a sort of a light blue. And we'll change the size of this to be around 5. So we're going to trace through there, creating all the rivers with my fat finger. And again, let's do a quick check. Look at that. Morgana, are you impressed with this? Look at this beautiful creation that I've made. I feel like a little kid presenting this to the parents. Look, Mum, look what I made. Look what I made. So let's put that back in again. Let's use the outer, we'll go with the bay color or the watercolor. We'll do it a deeper blue. And we'll increase this a little bit to, let's go with about 10. And just do the water on the outside of the... Again, you could probably use a different sort of brush for this. Mine is a very, just a rustic looking map. So there you go. So that's the water. Oh, we'll do a little bit of the inlet there as well. Alright, so next thing we can do is, it's going to create a lot of finesse to be able to create this, because April ended up using, obviously, very fine creation to create little, the houses. So you can create the houses and create the bridges and stuff, but it creates really, really fine bits and pieces. So let's see if we can do that with a pencil. Let's go with a round brush, really, really fine. And we'll see if we can create a, we'll go with another layer. And this is for all the bridges. Alright, so let's see if I can zoom in on this. Oh, let's change the color. So Celeste is on your island tonight. Alright, so let's see if we can change this to a woody color. Let's go with a sort of a brown. And we'll undo that little stroke. And so let's do a bridgey looking thing. And you can do this. That's the bridge. So where are my bridges? So you can do all. So what April does is she's, once she creates one, she kind of like copies it. And I don't know how to copy it right now, so I'm just doing a really rough look at this. So I've got my bridge over here. Oh, my eraser. Let's use the eraser, see if I can get that. Oh yeah, it worked. Cool, we're winning. Alright, so there's another bridge over here. Another bridge there. Oops. If anyone asks, a 3-year-old made this, okay? Alright, and there's another bridge over here. Alright, so zoomed out, that's what we're looking like. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bridges. We've got a pier as well, so let's include the pier. Zoom in on the pier so I can use my fat fingers. So I'm creating the little, and we'll create the lines as well for the planks. Look at that. So this is, yeah, this is called Procreate. There's a couple of versions. I think it comes in a free or full version. So let me just see if I can clear that off. So, alright, so I've got the bridges. So let's do the ramps next. Again, rename it. You don't have to name the layers. It just makes it easier. So when I look back, I know what I'm doing. So we've got the ramps. Let's call them, we'll call them ramps. That's fine. I was going to call them inclines as the game does. Alright, so with the inclines, let's change the color slightly just to make a little bit of variance. How can we draw the inclines? So I wonder if we could just give it a little bit of dimension by doing this. So we can create the little, oops, the little square and a little bit of dimension by a ramp going up that way. And we've got another ramp here, another couple of ramps. I must admit this would totally be so much easier if I had the pencil, because it gives you that really fine control. I swear, if anyone just joins this stream, they're going to be like, what the heck is this guy doing? Seriously. What is he doing? And if they do say that, I'll say, look, check the title. It's all about randomness. I would really love to... Is that a ramp there? Yeah, it is a ramp, actually. It goes this way. Who I would love to see do this would be Teet and Morgana, who are the artistic ones of my channel members, from what I gather. I'm sure there's others that haven't really let me know. But they're the ramps. So let's have a quick comparison to the original layer. Oh, we've had a bit of a mishap inside, it sounds like. One of the dogs is... Oops. Alright, so that's that there. So what we can do also is let's create the rocks as well. So who have we got? Pat's made an appearance. Hello! Hello, Pat. Nice to see you. So I'm going to check up on you guys, because this is involving a lot of concentration on my part. So yeah, it's like $10. Yeah, I think it is about $10, depending on which region you're in. I think it was about $7.99 Australian, so it might be even less. So just channeling my inner child, that's what I'm doing. So let's go with renaming this as the rocks. Now, what I might do with the rocks is I'm going to change it to not only the color, let's go with a grey, but I'm going to change the brush as well. Oops, change the brush to be a... Ooh, that looks nice. Nico Run. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, dang, man, that's too fat. Hang on. No, still too fat. 2%. And I'm going to change the opacity a little bit for that one. So let's go with the rocks here. Got the rock formation. Got a little tiny rock over there. We've got the airport. So there we go. Just creating a sort of... Oh, dang, that's a bit too... I can't see past my finger as I draw. That's what I'm blaming it on anyway, guys. So if it's if it looks bad, it's because of my finger. Alright, so that's that. Oh, actually, I missed the ramp. I wonder if now's a good time to try and figure out how to do a copy. Alright, let's try and figure out how to do a copy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to ramps. And I think I can use this select tool. Oh, no. Undo. Do I shake to undo? Uh-oh. I've bollocksed it up. Reset. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's not try that. let's go back to what we're winning on. Let's go back to the rocks. We've got the rocks there. Where else can we see some rocks? Little rock over there. So I think the question's being asked whether or not is it available on the phone? Yes, it is. So as far as I'm aware, it's available on at least on iOS. So if you've got an iOS or Apple device, it's available on iPhone as well as the iPad. So it's great to see that you guys are using the coffee. I'm going to be up for a coffee soon enough because it's only been the one so far. So let's have a look at the next bit. So that's all the, I think that's all the rocks. Again, being very, very rough with this. Let's go and create some of the houses. So we'll go with another layer. Rename this as houses. So I can double check to see if it's available on, let me just check to see. So it says, according to this, it's an amazing app, as you can see, but it's only available on iPhone and iPad, not an Android device, unfortunately. But there probably is another equivalent. So again, you don't have to use this app. It's really just the concept or inspiration to do this. So for the houses, I'm going to use a, let's go with an orangey color. And I'm going to change my brush to something like an acrylic brush. Yes. Change it down again. Let me do a quick run. Is that working? Oh. That's too opaque. So maybe that's not the right brush. So we've got a whole, oh, here we go. Sorry, that's only looking at painting. Wait a second, wait a second. Sketching. Yes. Oh, no. That's because it's really fat pencil. Hang on. Sketching. That's too faint. I thought I read that I got bitten by a mosquito in the game because you could probably hear it in the background as well. And hello, Isabel, I presume that's how you say it, so let me know. Happy Friday, Isabel. So let me go back into this again and see if I can... This is not the right tool. Hang on a second. Not the right tool. Let's go with... That's peppermint. We'll go with vintage, abstract, charcoals, textures, airbrushing. Ooh. Calligraphy. Yes, monoline. Let's give this a quick go. I wish it would stop doing that. I wish it would stop doing that. It's like a predefined size. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Teat, channeling my inner child. Here we go. This is what I was doing. Inner child is being channeled. This is what houses look like when you're a kid. April, if you're watching this back, please help me. All right, so we've got these beautiful looking houses. See, it matches. So we both have Sasha. Did you get him via autofill? Actually, no. I went and found Sasha through a treasure island. So one of my videos that I did was actually finding the villages that you want via treasure islands, which is a really, really... You might think it's cheating, but it's a smart way to shop. So rather than trying your luck through that, and I know you were very lucky, Morgana, to have gotten... I think you said you got Marshall through the campsite? So yeah, Isabel, for me, today is Saturday. So for you guys, if you're in the States, you're probably Friday or Friday evening, Friday night. So we're good, we're good. We're just about to get a coffee in hand soon enough. So I'm going to take a break from my horrible drawing to getting some coffee. So, all right, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Have I missed a house there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the last house? Hang on a second. Let me go back to the game for a second, which has gone all dark. So, there's one. Oh, no, there it is. I found it. Found it. Everyone relax. It's okay. It's okay. It's all under control. All right, here we go. All right, that's the last house. All right, next layer is we're going to create the... We'll call this one the, I guess, amenities. All right, so with the amenities, we're going to create... I don't know, how should I draw this? The airport and stuff. We've got red, we've got the campsite. Well, maybe I can try and draw this campsite. Let's go with a... Ooh. Is this... Ooh. Oh, wow. That is quite mesmerizing. I've taken a side step. As you can see, look at this. I can test all the stuff. This is the brush studio. What is this doing? It feels like I'm sort of like weirdly stroking that. So sketching, we've got a pencil HB pencil. I'm going to change this one to like a black. So this is the campsite. That looks like just a big blob. That's not really good. Go back one more step. Let's zoom in. Zoom and enhance. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Oh, yes. Fine control here. That's my best creation. So here we're going to create the outline of the owl as well. So this is, again, you can probably put as much level of detail as you want. I'm just going to really be lazy. So that's the owl. I'll show you what it looks like without all the bits on there. See that? Very abstract, very artistic. So here we go. We're going to create the museum. Again, I'm just outlining the museum with some doors, the windows, and the overall stuff there. And here we're going to use the stenciling technique to just create the leaf. And forgot to do the stroke around the outside. I'm going to stroke that on the outside for the... All right. Pretty pumped about that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, Mum. So, Stacey, you had a caramel macchiato. You don't drink coffee, Morgana. That's okay. We won't hold it against you. I might have to find a emote that matches your... We've also got the water emote as well, which is another one that we're hoping to get included as part of the channel membership emotes. So let's throw that one on there again. Now red, let's since red is available here, let's give it a quick... Oops. Hey, what have I done? Have I matched... Oh no. I was winning there. I've lost my color. Which one am I doing it on? Oh no, I'm applying it on the wrong layer. Hang on a second. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. I really don't know what I'm doing. Why did it go back again? So there we go. All right. So we've got red in there as well. You could probably shade that as well and make it the fill to make it look a little bit better. So what else have we got? We've got the paths. You can definitely do the paths. But what I might do is I'm going to take a quick break for a second. So tips, hold finger down. Hold down finger to pick color pick. Oh, right. That's where I made the mistake. Thank you, Morgana. So what else can we do? We've got all the water, we've got the rocks, we've got the sand, we've got the soil. Oh, let's highlight my house. Human houses. And for this one, I'm just going to create a... Oh, there we go. So that's how I managed to accidentally do that color. So this is Alexi's house, still living on the beach. A little sad. And we've also got... This is Giovani's house, who happens to be on this island now. So that's Giovani's house, and let me see if I can just disable that layer of the rocks, just so I can draw. We'll go with amenities again, drawing the outline of the airport. There we go. So if I put on the rocks again, you'll see that it kind of looks like not great. But at least you can see it over the top. So because that layer, I think you can move these layers. Yeah, you can. So you can change it as well. So if you wanted to have one layer over the other one, you can just reorder it. So it should be from top down. So if I had the rivers, if I wanted the rocks to, say, for example, completely cover the airport, which I don't want in this case, you can do it that way. Or you can merge the layers as well. So there you go. Alrighty, so let's have a sneak peek at what it looks like now without the inspiration. Look at that. So I'll take bids for this piece of art soon. If you want to have this hand-drawn piece of art drawn by Alexi, that might be available as well. So you can also put in the name of the island as well. So let's do that. And what I'll do is, let's see if I can just rotate that a little bit so I can work better with my finger. I'm going to create a new layer. We'll go with name. So what I might do is, let's go with this here and go with a brush stroke. A soft pastel. Ooh. We'll do this in white. See if... Oh, man, that catches me every single time. I should be looking to see... Oh, yeah, okay. So we'll go with an artistic... Oh, man, that's too thick now. So I'm just... Let's see if that is even readable. So there you go. So that's what we're looking like here. Check it out. So that's... So hello... Oh, we got a raid. Who's raiding us? God, I'm a complete... So Lexi's raiding us. Thank you so much. You know what? This is exciting because I get to finally use this. It's a raid. Thank you, Lexi Lynn Star, I should say, for the raid. Appreciate it. You are my very first raid. Thank you all. Welcome, raiders. You're probably coming into a whole bunch of randomness. So who have we got there? So hello, Shiva. Hello, Mads, the Maddie. We've got Soap from Lexi Lynn Star Raid. I just call you Lexi. It's a lot easier. It's a little bit confusing because obviously my name is also Alexi. So let me go back to that to see that I haven't missed anyone. So I want to see if I can get your link there, Lexi, as well. Let me give you a quick plug. And I'll see if the mods can get us set up to a... Actually, the mods, if you're able to, if you can find Lexi's, saves me doing it. So thanks, Carisi there. Thanks for the raid. So if one of the mods don't mind getting Lexi's link, just to post it in there, if you're able to. So she's not able to be here because her best boyfriend's pet were overheating. Oh, no. I'm hearing it's quite hot over here. We've got the opposite problem down here in Australia. It's quite cold. It's winter. The dog's getting excited over here. Maybe they're too cold. So who have we got? We've got Shiva, I've already said. Mads the Maddie. Soap, hello. That's awesome. So if you're just joining, which you probably are, you're probably figuring out what the heck is Alexi doing. I've decided to do a whole bunch of randomness and start designing my island using this app called Procreate. So the idea is that we can use the inspiration of the island. So I've taken a screenshot of my island and then just overlaid layer on layer. So whether it's the grass, the level 1, level 2, and that sort of stuff. So if I take off the bottom layer, which is the original island, and it's very, very rough. Unfortunately, my pencil's not working. So my Apple Pencil's for some reason on the blink. We'll try and figure that out after stream or at some stage, maybe during coffee. But yeah, so you can have all these different bits and pieces. So you can switch on the layers on and off. So if I want to switch off the ramps, I can do that. Switch off the houses and see them individually. And so I wonder if I can I delete this layer? Oh, there we go, delete. This one, I don't want this layer. All right, there we go. We're winning. So there you go. It's very, very rough. As you can see, it looks like a kid drew it. And that's probably because I did draw it. And I'm not artistic that way. I'm artistic in different ways. So there you have it. So thank you so much. So we've got, thanks Teet for the link there. So we've got Lexi's link there. If you haven't already, Lexi was one of the contestants. Actually, I've got a link when Lexi was playing against April. So I think you might be able to even do this still. She's still set in as player 1. So that should hopefully give us... Actually, no, I think we've got a command. Teet. So yeah, so there you go. So player 1 streams there. I think we've got a command either for Lexi or Lexi Star. Lexi Lynn Star. So I hope Lexi Lynn or Lexi, your dogs or your boyfriend's dogs are okay. It's never easy on humans, let alone dogs. Stacy, hello Raiders, welcome to preschool with Alexi as we finger paint to Van Gogh. Yes, that's pretty much a good summary. Thank you, Stacy. Yep. All right. So that's pretty much my drawing. So I'm taking commission for this sort of drawing here. I'm taking bids starting at $1. So there you go. So I think Lexi Lynn Star, I think that's the command there. So welcome those that have just come in. Do stick around if you're welcome to. We're probably going to... I've probably finished it for this. I'm going to quickly take a quick break and then make a coffee and then probably come back and have you guys around just for some visits or whatever it is. Unless you want me to try and perfect this, I can try and perfect it as we go on. Let me know in the chat whether you'd like me to do this again now that I've learnt the tools and see if we can get the pencil working. Otherwise, happy to have you guys around for whether it's a game or whatever you need. So let me know in the chat while I quickly make a coffee and I'll be right back. Back again with coffee in hand. So thanks for the patience whilst you waited for me to make this. So Morgana's suggestion, you should do a fan art corner at the end of every stream. That's a fantastic idea. That's a fantastic idea. Yes, Alexi, I would love to see you perfect it. Then you can do my map. I really wouldn't mind. This is kind of, I mean, streaming and doing this sort of stuff has a level of excitement and stress. And doing this in front of you guys is a little bit harder probably than doing it on my own and trying to discover all the bits and pieces. But I'm going to see whilst we just chat. So feel free to chat amongst you. There's the new commands that you can use there. There's also the lurk command, which I haven't put in yet. So I'm just having a look to see if we're having a good time. Let me know if you are having a good time, and if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe. So there we have it. I'm going to see if we can get this pencil working. Hang on a second. The pencil is operating. Hang on. The pencil is... Wait. Game changer. If this works, this is a game changer. Let me go back to this. So let me just see if I can... Oh, I've got the pencil working. Oh, the pencil is working. Pencil is working. Stop the phone. Hang on a second. Currently, the current selected layer is hidden. Okay, all right, here we go. Wait, so let's see if we can do this quickly. Let's change the layer to this one. I can draw with my pencil again. I don't know why that was there, but we've got the pencil is now up and running, which means I can have more finite control. So what I'm going to do is see if I can get back to the gallery. All right, let's go with a... Let me just quickly go back to the game for a second. I'm just going to see if I can create... Importing a new photo. All right, so this is the new one. So I've got a brand new start. Again, with... Oh man, I don't know where to start now. So should I do the... Let's go with the new layers. We'll go with sand. So this is take number 2. Now let's hopefully the pencil will work now. And we'll change a different color. We'll go with a sandy color. Let's see how this looks. Oh, where's that drawing to? Oh, it's very fine actually. Can't quite see it. Can you guys see that? No background color. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Morgana, you're going to send a drawing meme using Procreate. So a meme of me drawing? Then you can do my map. My map looks like a Surratt painting right now. All right, so I'm going to see if I can... actually, I'm going to see if I can remove that layer. I'm going to erase that area, which I think is all here. And I'm going to use something sandy. Let's go with a color that I can actually see. So I want to go with a sandy, like a yellow. Oh, look at this. Okay, here we go. We can start drawing. Look at this. So we can have a look at... as we draw in here. So I've got a little bit more control, and it doesn't have to be really perfect, to be honest, because we can always change the layers to go over the top. So this is kind of like sandy looking right now, and I'm so thrilled that I can actually get more control. And I think there's a way to actually change the brush width. And I don't know what I just did there, but I think I just accidentally picked the wrong color again. Oh no, there we go. No. Undo. So here we go. I'm hoping by after this, I might do this during the week as well to see if I can get this a little bit better. And I'm going to change that to slightly smaller into the edges here so I can get closer to the edges. Right over here, and so I can get the ability to really get into the nooks and crannies. Did you see what I did there? So a quote from someone on the stream. Okay. I think I know what it's going to be. All right, so let's go with... Oh, hang on a second. What happened? I lost my control again. Oh, we're erasing. So what I like about this is it's actually it's sort of progressive, so I can keep adding to this layering. I'm going to go with circular motions here. So that's the rocks area. So I'm going to outline the overall. This is a lot easier to be right. So right now I can sort of see what I'm doing, because before my finger and my hand was just getting in the way and I just really couldn't see anything. So let me know, give me some tips on what I should be doing, like what sort of coloring I should use. So I kind of like this one because I'm going to cover that up there. So I really like the fact that this kind of looks a little bit sandy. Oh, so let's go with this part at the beach as well. Now I think as I experiment with this, I can... Oh, look at that. Guys, I've just leveled up. Watch this. If you watch in the corner where the brush stroke is, if I double tap, I can temporarily go from smaller to big. I've just leveled up. I'm a pro create. Oh no, hang on a second. No, it goes into erase mode. No. Oh my god. If you accidentally erase, I don't have to keep fumbling for that. So what I can do is keep drawing. And if I do go over the lines, teat, I can then erase and go, oh, look at that. Level up. Level up. Alright, so right here we're going to do as well. We're going to do reds, which I think it kind of looks like that. Alright, so that's my sand done. So let's have a look without it. Man, I'm so proud right now. So proud right now. Alright, so I've got the sand. Now I'm going to do the water instead. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to go with rivers. It's probably the best word to use. Rivers, I guess. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this rivers technique. And I'm going to press and hold. So I think we said press and hold. I can choose that color. And now I can use a different brush, which I have to remember what that was. Soft pastel. Let's go with an artist's crayon. Change it a little bit in terms of size. That's a little bit too big. That's a little bit too big. Let's go with a bit smaller. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try... I'm just going to try and do this. I don't even know if it's working because it's using the exact same color as what my rivers are. But again, I'm practicing using that technique of selecting a color from within the screen. Oh, hey, Lexi Lynn. So your boyfriend's reptiles are in, started to panic and tried. Oh, no. So it's due to the heat, was it, Lexi? It's always a worry. Like at the moment we've got... Actually, let me see if that's even working. Oh yeah, it's working. So yeah, so right now, Lexi, I'm making an absolute fool of myself trying to draw using a tool that I've never used before. I practically picked this up just before the stream. I thought, let's do something random. So I thought I would be inspired through... So April Honey did this on her... She did a video of how to do this, and I was just in awe watching her do this. And like mine is nothing in comparison. But thank you so much for the raid as well. That was my... so you know, that was my very first raid. You were my first raid, so thank you. Really appreciate it. I've had my scene ready to go, waiting for my raid. It would never happen. It was always odd timing. So let's have a look and see what our rivers look like. Ooh, look at that. That kind of looks whimsical. I'm going to leave it like that because I kind of like how it just fades off there. All right, so that's that. Now what I'm going to do is as well, I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to use the banner as inspiration. So I'm going to use a similar color and I'm going to give it a different, I guess a different, let's go with painting. So I want to see if we can, all right, what I'm going to do is back that up. I'm going to press and hold to change the color. So I'm going to use that as a basis, but then I'm going to go a little bit darker. And so what I'm going to do here is just create, oops, that's a bit too thick. Now you guys are going to be sick of me saying, oops, that's too thick. Just the way it is. So I'm going to change this so I can draw a little bit better. So I'm going to try and draw this in here. I don't know how this is going to look. Again, it's a bit of guesswork as to what this is going to look like. So let's just switch that layer off and see. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to change and match the color of this. Now that I'm getting better and better at this. So I'm going to match that so it looks like such. Where are we? Oops, wrong one. So let's try that off with that. So there you get that same effect. And what I might do is also in part of that layer, actually I'll create a new layer so that I can draw this on. And then I'm going to use a color match to this color and go with a artistic. There's so much to choose from. Let's go with a sketch, maybe a 6B pencil. That's way thick. That's way, oh no, that might be all right. So we've got, oh my God, sorry, Blue Jordan, I'm so sorry I've ignored you entering the stream. So welcome Blue Jordan and welcome Curly May Plays plus Gacha. So how do you raid? So how you raid is, the raiding concept was actually new to me when I first started streaming. I was like, it sounded really bad. But raiding is when you finish up on your stream and you want to keep the viewers watching, you can go to someone else's another person who's streaming at that same time and then allow the viewer to just continue. So it's a great way to have that sense of community so you can have people coming from one place and learn about another content creator. So in this case, I was lucky enough to get raided by Alexi, who we already know each other because Alexi was kind enough to participate in the Design Wars challenge. So it sounds like occasionally, yeah, I do some raids. So we tend to, if everyone's keen to keep on watching, we find someone else who's streaming and then we just go and raid them. Say, you know, whatever it is, hashtag Alexi Giovani raid. And that way the other person knows that they're getting an influx of people coming in from another stream. So yeah, just spam things. It's usually a hashtag or whatever it is. So it's usually content creator raid with a hashtag in front of it. So I'm going to try and I'm going to be a little bit different. I'm going to handwrite this one. That's way too thick again. So I'm just stenciling over the top of this. So using the inspiration of this font, but hand drawn. So it should look okay, I hope. It's not very readable, is it? That's too... It's too dark. Sorry, too faint. So we might just change that color up a little bit. Let's go with a darker. I'm going to redo that again, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So again, it's a little bit free form because you can get that element from the fact that it is hand drawn, but that's still not quite visible. Can you guys see that? Is that too faint? So there we go. So now that we've done that, let's go and create another layer. You can sort of perfect this. I'm sure you can. Hopefully this will be a very different between the original one. Let's go with the rocks again. And if you haven't already, if one of the mods wouldn't mind, I think I've got a command for April. If you wouldn't mind linking April for a better how to do video of this rather than the way I'm doing it. So I think it's either April or Honey, one of the two. So you're going to put an image of Discord on your dog. So I do hope, Lexi, if you're still online, I hope everything's okay with the pets. It's a horrible time to worry about pets and heat. So I'm going to go with this particular color. I'm going to change it to be ooh. Let's see what this looks like. Is that even drawing? Am I drawing on the wrong layer? Oh, wow. Okay. Look at this. That's cool. All right. So it looks like I just have to hold that a little bit to get that effect. But if I hold it, I should be able to get sort of like a rocky looking. The longer you hold it, the more intense that color gets. Is that drawing? That's still a little bit thick actually, so I'm going to go with a smaller. So depending on how you use it, like even each one of these formats has got a different patterning. And I guess the longer you hold it, the size of the points that you use in terms of the brush size. Oops, I used the wrong. So yeah, you can use, this is really fine at the moment, but I kind of like the effect as you use this. If I use a slightly bigger pixel, let's go with 4%. Oh. So let's go with this. Here's, oh my gosh. This is, I'm sucking right now. Let's go with 2%. All right, there we go. So we get a little bit of a splattering sort of effect. Doesn't have to be perfect. So it gives you that variance in terms of the rock sort of formation. And we're going to also create the rock formation underneath the airport. And then we're going to little splatter of rocks over here. So yeah, by all means, do join us, Blue, on Discord. We've got a... Did that link work? I'm going to quickly post that link. I'm hoping that's the right command. So I think it's either April or Honey or Honey Horizons, I think it was originally named. She's recently rebranded. Horizon. Let me just quickly check that command. No, April, Honey. Oh, Honeyland Horizon, that's the command. So it's all one word, Honeyland Horizon. Oh, you posted a link. Thank you, Teet. You found it. Thank you so much. So just catching up on you guys. I'm going to put an image there, so it's looking cool. Should show you a meme at the end. So feel free. Let me see if I can get that link in the meantime as well there, Morgana, for what you were drawing, your meme picture. So, oh, what did I just do? Oh, that's the water. Sorry, I was getting mixed up there. So I've got the rocks. I think I've got all the rocks there. So now what I can do is I'm going to try the new layer. Let's go with level. Oops. So Morgana's giving me tips on the fly. That flat color circle, if you drag it to the area you want, it fills it. So that flat color circle. Oh, welcome AngelCat621. So you've also got a heat wave. So is that across all of the states, or is it certain states that are being affected by the heat? So I was going to rename this one to be level 1. All right, so let's go with level 1. I'll color match it to somewhat. So I'm going to use this Plimsoll brush, and I'm going to color match to a darker part and change this a little bit so it's not so big. So here we go. So this is creating that a little bit of texture when it comes to this, so you can fill it all the way. So if I do one pass, it gives you that sort of that grassy look as well. So I kind of like that, which is going to make it a little harder. And you can change the layers as well. So I'm going to cover all this here, make it look all grassy. We've got resident services. This will be, oh, this is a little bit thick actually. No, that's too small now. So you just had a cold front come in, but coming back very hot. So the top right. So at the top right, what did you say? So if I press and hold it. I need to go back to your so that flat color, if you drag it to the area you want, it fills it in. Ah, right. That's a little advanced for me right now. I'm taking baby steps. So right now this is all very... I kind of liked the bigger brush before because it kind of gave me that splattering look. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Let's go 3%. There we go. And now that I can do this, I can change to the erase tool. Is that going to work? So there we go. So I can use the erase tool to pretty that up a little bit and go back into drawing mode. Oh, that's a bit too thick again now. All right. There we go. Look at this. So I've kind of got this formation around the houses. I've got this area where I've got cliff faces and being cut out. So this is the area. So what I'll do is once I've got this, even though I'm covering it up, I'm going to relayer the bottom layer so I've got another point of reference. I'm going to change this a little bit. And I think we've got a thin line. So let's have a quick look at what it's looking like. So that's the different, oh, there we go. So there's a bit of area there that I haven't covered as part of resident services. So give that a quick scribble. So that's all level 1, I think. Please let me know if that's bothering you. I'm just having to do that so I can quickly see before and after. So I'm going to create layer. So level 2. So Curly May, you're saying that there's a heat wave here too. No AC, just fans around the house and a lot of ice and daily swimming at the pool. Yeah, we've had a couple of mild summers, to be honest, over the past few years, but I'm sure it's coming. So we have to be careful at the pool. There has been some shootings here. Man, if you can't beat the heat, you can't win. Can't win. So I'm going to do a color match to one of the... So we've got Doggy being a little bit excited inside. Alright, so we switch back to the pencil tool. Again, using the same technique. So I'm going to outline the whole thing. So I think from memory, all this is level. All this. I don't want to lose, I'm losing my bearings because as soon as I cover this off, it kind of gives me an understanding of where things are at. So this all here is all level 2. And then over here is also level 2. All this. And there's a section up there which is level 3. So I'm going to draw. Oops. There we go. Going to cover all this up. This is all part of level 2. Check it out. All right, so let's have that. Oh, it's a little pox looking. So USA, Virginia. So Blue Jordan, this is, you're in a room with your fan and an Circle K drink in your hand. Is that like a juice? So we've got a few people. We've got Illinois, we've got Florida, Virginia. So what I might do is I'm going to try something different this time. So rather than using, I'm going to use this up at the top and I'm going to color match to this color. How do I do that color match again? There we go. We'll go with a brighter green. And what I'm going to do this time round is I'm going to take off that layer and just do it just like this. So this way I can sort of see what's going on. So I think from memory this actually goes like this. Oh, what am I doing? So there you go. Coloring like this. Trying to be a bit more careful with this time round. And what I might do is switch over to a different level. I think I was using the same color, so what I might do is just use this color. Oops, that's the wrong color. So there we go. There we go, check that out. Alright, so we've got that going. So what I can do now is I can change this layer. So because I'm starting to cover things up, I can use the base layer over here. So, what's that beeping? So now I've still got it there. So now that I've got that there, I can actually create another layer for the bridges. And what I might try my hand at doing here is see if I can do, we'll go with a very fine tip. And we're going to go with a color match to this. Is this drawing? I don't think that's even drawing. Is it drawing on the wrong layer? Hang on a second, what's going on? Oh, it's because it's underneath. Sorry, rookie mistake. Let's try that again. So let's erase all of that. So it's obviously drawing. So has anyone else decided to customize their Nintendo Switch dock? Well, let me know if you have Blue Jordan. If you're using a Nintendo Lite, you can switch the, you can get different skins and stuff. So Morgana, you're asking, have I ever had a warhead? Is that the lollies? The ones that are either sour or spicy? If so, yes. So I'm going to change this to a slightly darker color, and I'm going to change this to a thin so I'm creating some bridges now. So give it a little bit of a loopy loop. Oh. So I'm going to give this a loopy loop. Also got a bridge up here which I've forgotten about before. Oops. Zoom in that a little bit. So there we go. Oh, I keep doing that. I'm trying to refocus. So we've got some stuff there. We've got the bridges all covered off. And so let's create a color for creating the pier. So I'm just going to create these little pylons or whatever they're called. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go with another layer, and this will be the layer of this. I'm going to color match roughly there. So I'm going to create a circle around the side. I wonder if this is even working. Oh yeah. So as I go around, what I'm going to do is that even working? So Slimy, just catching up on there. So Alexi did a timeout. Oh, did you? That's excitement. You put someone in timeout? Did someone misbehave? So Slimy Cheesecake was reprimanded. So SS Blue Jordan saying, I've been thinking of playing Animal Crossing on a computer with a video capture card. Fair enough. So it depends on which capture card you're looking at getting. Now I'm going to... So I use the AVerMedia Ultra, I think it's the 553. I've been thinking of linking it in the descriptions of the videos that I make, but it's to go and retrofit it is quite a challenge. So I'm going to see if I can change this to a different... Oh, what does this do? Oh, gosh. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to change this to a different fine tip with a black. And I'm going to do this. So I'm just stenciling around the area for each of the items. It's a bit hard to tell whether I'm capturing everything because it's kind of going over the top. Because what I do want to do is create the overall line, and then what I want to do is then yes, you know what I can do? I'm going to try this. I'm just doing this on the fly. I'm going to go with a marker, and we're going to color match to this color, and I'm just going to splot. Oh, that was kind of cool. I'm going to splot around that like this. And then in theory, if I just change the layering, I should be able to get that effect. So even if I go back to that layer, so I'm using the splot layer over here, so I'm going to splot all of these. Very rough looking. Splot this. There you go. So by having that there, then I can go back to the original. No, that's my soil. Where's my other one? Oh, it's part of that layer, is it? Oops, it's part of that layer. That's cool. So what I'll do is I'll disable the splot layer so I can actually draw. I'm going to go back to the fine tip with a black. And then I'm going to draw our friend the owl. Blathers Museum. And then I'm going to draw around red. And the campsite. Oops. So what I'm going to try and do is after this is I'm going to do another layer underneath this one. And for this one, I'm going to color the stirrup. Go with a white color. Oh, that's not right. Actually, I kind of want more of a white. Thanks for the reminder, Teet. It's a good opportunity to do this. Like, share, subscribe. Alright, so what I was trying to do, I'm going to see if I can get this back up again. So I want just an overall, I'm going to try this over here, see if it's what I want. That's not what I want. There are far too many brushes for me to handle at the moment. So I'm trying to find the right thing, maybe just a round brush. So I'm going to go with a slightly round brush. That's going to look like a little bit of taking off the layer, so we get that. So what I was going for is to try and get some fill color going on. So even if I go with this, in theory I should be able to draw in here, just to give it a little bit of color on the backdrop. So this should hopefully be underneath the layer of the black to give us that color. I hope I'm getting the right layer here. We've got the airport as well. I forgot to do the airport. Colouring in the airport. Then we're going to change the layer to this one. Oops. So Angel Cat showed an 8-year-old family member the Animal Crossing in real life video, and she wanted to play Animal Crossing in real life too. That's so cute. And thank you, SS Jordan. You hope that I hit 2K subscribers because I'm a cool guy. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I hope you have subscribed. So we've got Carol Maldonado as the last subscriber. So I don't know if that's up to date or not. And if you're already a subscriber, that's awesome. So we're inching towards the 1800 mark for the subscribers, which is exciting in itself. Now, the challenge here is fumbling around all these different toolings is to find the tool that I had to create that splot. So this is what it looks like if I take the original layer off. So you can see here, so what I've tried to do, if I switch off those splots there, you can see that the splot as the backdrop. And if I go back to layer, this layer, where's my coloring? My coloring layer's in here. So if I zoom in on the owl and go with the coloring here, it looks like it's actually coloring it white, but it's kind of very random. So there's a little bit of blending going on. Oops, I wish I could stop doing that. And again, I'm going to blend this a little bit more to give a bit more white to the overall. All depends on which tool you're using. Oh, we've also got red. We haven't filled in red yet, so let's fill in red. This requires a lot of concentration, guys, so apologies that I'm not talking too much. So Curly Maze, Alexi, you've reunited with your bestest friend on Animal Crossing. Who might that be? I'm going to change this as well, so give that a little bit more color there. Do let me know if you think that this picture is a little bit better than my last one. So I'm going to try the erase tool, get rid of some of that. Still getting used to the pencil. I don't use it all that often. Give it a bit more shape. Getting a little bit better at this. I would like to think so, at least. So let's put that layer back on again. Oh, hang on a second. Why is red not colored in? I could have sworn I colored in red. So who's heading off? So someone's heading off. So Stacy's heading off. So see you, Stacy, if I've missed you. Sorry, I was concentrating. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for putting up with my drawings. So Stacy, 20 likes and I'll do art. Stacy's cat as a villager. So we've got some inspiration. We've got some incentive there to try and get 20 likes. So we're sitting on 16 likes at the moment. If you haven't already, give it a like. We're trying to get to 20. So Morgana will draw an art of Stacy's cat as a villager in Animal Crossing. So just check to see that I've got everyone. We had 17 likes. It looks like we've gone down one. Maybe it was because of my drawing. I'm just catching up to see if I've missed anyone. So there we go. So I'm going to head back into this area. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a little bit of a backdrop to give the... Let's go with the villagers. Going to create a wet acrylic. And we're going to use the... just a sea color. Let's see if this will work. So we're just going to give it an overall coloring around the sea, around the edge. I feel like a cartographer at the moment. So I'll give it an overall outline of what I'm trying to fill into to the water. We've got the water area over here. Actually, I've noticed that I didn't fill in the level 2 or the third level of island. This one is really nice to use this brush. It's kind of like I've lost my... There we go. I'd kind of lost my bearings a little bit there for a second. So that's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. Just get that right up to the labeling there. I'm scared to go too far to the top. And I might just quickly do another layer for the last ground. So I'm going to go with a really bright green for the third level here. So there you go. So just catching up on there, Morgana, that's... Oops. So there you go. So if I have a look at the last one, so this is the original one. That was using my finger versus this one. I mean, I think it's a little bit better. Let me know in the comments as well. So if you think Island 1, so this is Island 2, so let's Island 1. If you prefer that one, let me know Island 1 in the chat. And if you prefer Island 2, put in Island 2 in the chat. So I'm going to put a poll in here to see from you guys. So which drawing is better? So I'm going to go with Island 1 and Island 2. All right, so there's a poll there. Feel free to have a vote. We'll leave this open for a few minutes. So whilst I finish up, so I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to put in this layer again, and I'm going to move it right to the top so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to draw in... We want to have some calligraphy, maybe? Monoline. Oh. We'll see if this is the right... What's going on? I'm in the wrong layer. Hang on a second. What have I just done? Create a new layer. That's not what I wanted. Go back. We're going to create a different color. Let's go with a pink for the houses. This is way too thick. Way too thick. I think it was under Inkling was the right... Yeah, fine tip. That's what I want. So we've got the erase tool on. So switching back to the pink. So again, I'm just drawing this. You can, there is a way, I'm sure, that you can just do it once and then copy and paste, but I'm not that advanced yet. So I'm going to ask April Honey for some tips post stream. Maybe she'll give me a quick tutorial or re-watch her video. And if you haven't already, do head over to April's channel and have a look at her video of how to do this. She'll show you better than I have. So a little bit of color, so I'm just adding a pink color. And hello there, One Small Oak, welcome. So we're trying to get this up and running. We've got a couple more houses to do. We'll see how the poll is going. Oh, interesting results. We've got 7 votes in. So far, Island 1 is better. So you're thinking that my original design Sounds like my original hand-drawn one without the pencil is better. Oops. So there you go. Let's switch off that layer now. What do you guys think? I'm going to see if I can do another redo. A third try, maybe the third one will be better or best. So there you go. Thank you so much. We've got 20 likes. That's awesome. So we've got 9 votes so far. If you haven't already, give it a quick vote. Looks like Island 1 is winning. So which means you guys preferred this one, which is the sort of the charcoaly, I guess, really broad strokes one versus this one, which is Island 2. So definitely, I'd like to think I'm getting better, at least using the tooling. At least I can use the pencil now, which is great. And if you guys are inspired, feel free to try this out yourself. Give it a shot. Something different. But having said that, I am going to use this opportunity to head off. I'm going to see if we've got anyone else to raid. Are you guys up for a raid, or are you happy to cut it short there? I'll let you guys have a quick check to see if anyone's on stream. If there's anyone to raid. We'll see if anyone's online. Checking. We've got Ugly Squid, who I've never heard of, who's streaming at the moment. I don't know if they're a subscriber only. We'll check this one out. Just going to quickly listen in on them. Alright, so I'm going to send you guys a link to the raid the stream we're going to raid. So let's head over to, so this is Ugly Squid. So here's who we're going to raid. So use the hashtag Alexi Giovani raid. So feel free to head over there. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks for putting up with my drawing. Let's head over there. I'll see you on the other side. Let's raid Ugly Squid and let him know that we're there. So let me know that you're over there. So he's just asking me what we're streaming. The stream's over. It's time to get on with the day. I've got to go and do some stuff. Hey puppy, what you doing? Up, up, up. There you go. He's a good boy. I think they might be waiting for some sort of post credits, like in a Marvel movie or something. Thanks for joining. Who's a puppy? Who's a puppy? Good boy. Who's a puppy dog? Thanks for watching. It's over for now. Maybe we'll do it again another time. You wave. Say bye. Bye. Say bye. Do you think we'll play Arceus next? Should we play Arceus next or some other game? Maybe. What you doing there, puppy? What's the other puppy doing? Thanks again. Don't forget to leave a like. Hope to see you another time if you've missed it.